Hey, Chef Corso, MONTyBOCA. It's raining here today in Seattle. I hear it's snowing maybe where you are, so it's kind of a crappy weekend day, or crappy weather day, but we're gonna cook some toast. We found a relatively dry spot here in Green Lake Park in Seattle, Washington. Great little pocket of Seattle just north of downtown. But welcome wherever you are. So glad that you're here. Hope you're doing okay with the Mappy Hour crew, North Face crew, MONTyBOCA crew. Welcome. I'm here in the dirt and we're gonna make some toast. Yes, toast. I love toast. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because toast is not bread and bread is not toast. And you might be looking at me now and be like, Corso, yeah, like bread is toast. But like, no, it's not. It's really important to toast your bread to give you some really great flavor and some really great texture when you're cooking inside or you're cooking outside. So come on in and we're gonna get cooking. It's gonna be pretty quick, but I'm gonna show you multiple options in order to make some fancy, tasty toast. So, camp stove setup today. So we have a Primus camp stove here with just pretty much the basic stove and our skillet. Which I have a couple pieces of bread already in here. And we do have a chimney style stove, which I'll show you how to do a quick little hack if you're using that to how to make toast. Because the tough part about these guys for toasting things is it doesn't quite fit. And how do you really toast a piece of bread and have a really great snack or really great meal when you don't have a lot of surface area on here? So first thing we're gonna do is gonna toast our bread, get our burner going, and we're gonna add some oil to our pan. And oil is really important for toasting bread or butter, fat, any kind of fat, because it promotes browning. So anywhere the oil touches is where it's gonna get nice and extra brown. Also gives you some really nice extra calories on those longer days. And what I've done today is I have three kinds of bread. I have a nice multigrain. I've got a nice seeded baguette and just a leftover sandwich roll. But pick whatever you have. If you have a baguette, if you have a gluten-free sliced option, if you've got a dinner roll, whatever you have can work for this. And the other thing about these camp stoves is they are made to cook hot and they are made to cook fast. So you have to be really careful and watch your toast so you don't scorch it and burn it. So this is coming along nicely. I'm gonna let that sit for a sec. And we're gonna talk about what we can put on our toast to make it extra tasty. So we're gonna make a few options today. We're gonna make a smoked salmon and caper. We're gonna make a meat, cheese, bread, and tomato option, which is a fantastic, classic lunch. Ooh, nice. We are toasting up. You can already smell it. Ooh, yeah, there we go. And we're gonna make avocado toast. Yes, you can have avocado toast when you go outside. Thank God. But I put all of my ingredients in our nice stuff sacks. These are super handy to be able to put your ingredients in. And just keeping that bread moving around, making sure we're not burning.
As Chef Corso is finishing up this toast, I'm going to give you a nice little view of where we are today in the rainy trees around Green Lake, Washington. It's definitely raining here. It's what makes everything look so green and lush. We'd love to see photos of where you are today and how the weather is. If you want to comment on MONTyBOCA, share with us your snow photos.
Nice, there we go. Got some nice toasty here. Nice. Beautiful. So how we're gonna finish toast over here. So you wanna come on in here. So there's a couple options. Again, raid the pantry, see what you've got here, but we've got some nice aged cheddar and a landjaeger. And if you've never had a landjaeger, they are a aged meat stick and basically the best version of a Slim Jim that you've ever had. And this is by Bavarian Meats, which is a great producer in Seattle. We have a link on our product page, but this is what they look like. One of the best meaty snacks you can have. We've got some mixed nuts, some salt, some avocado, some lime. We're gonna go ahead and squeeze some lime over that avocado. Really great tip to be able to add some acid and some freshness to your meals. A little bit of cucumber. And we've also got some capers and a little bit of smoked salmon. And I just got this smoked salmon from the seafood counter at Whole Foods. And I was doing a little price comparison. And this little nugget of smoked salmon was only $2. But a whole package in the tuna aisle was about $5 or $6. So this is a really great way to have an awesome, really tasty option and actually take down the price a little bit. Other thing that you can add here is raid the sandwich counter, raid the drawer. You could have some mayo packets, some Dijon mustard, stone ground deli mustard. You can also have some jam packets. And maybe you do a sliced banana jam nut butter toast. That sounds really good. Or these olives are really great packable options too to be able to jazz up your toast. So let's go ahead and do a couple of these.
If you're just joining us, guys, we are making some elevated toast outside. We've got a meat cheese bread option, some smoked salmon, and then some avocado toast.
So
we've already toasted the bread up, getting ready to put it all together.
So I'm going to slice up my cheddar here. And my tomato. Doesn't have to be pretty. Cheddar on here and a little bit of meat. Oh boy, that looks really nice.
Do you think Old Bay would be good on this?
Old Bay would definitely be good on this. All right, so we've got one option. Go ahead and do our smoked salmon. And think about some other cheeses you could put on here. Some goat cheese would be really nice. Maybe a schmear that you have left over. Let's do a crumble, a little bit of smoked salmon. And a little bit of caper. I know, a little fancy ingredient. You never thought you could pack that in your backpack, but goes a long way to give you some really great texture, really great color, really great flavor. And for our avocado toast, we're going to go ahead and do this on our baguette. Some of the ingredients out of the way here.
It's true, Mappy Hour. We did eat all of the goat cheese on Wednesday. That goat cheese dip was delicious. Technically it feeds 4, but we ate it between the two of us.
Just gonna go ahead and scoop scoop our avocado out, and again, it does not have to be fancy, just to give it a nice smash on there. Throw a couple cucumber slices for some nice fresh crunch.
And a cucumber will last a while in your pack if you're taking this on the trail, right?
Cucumber can last for multiple days. I would eat it on the first couple days of your trip, but definitely works. And then just go ahead and add some trail mix. I'm sure you have that on your trip. Go ahead and chop it up too if you like, or smash it up before you go. So I've got some pepitas and some cashews. That's really nice. And throw a little salt on there. And the last thing we'll do is give it a nice squeeze of lime. Go really well with that avocado. And what I was mentioning before about if you have a chimney stove and you're trying to make this, so go ahead and break up your piece of bread into croutons. So what I did is just one slice, threw in some oil and toasted that up, and you're basically gonna do a mishmash bowl situation. So if you're making a smoked salmon and caper, you're gonna toast up your bread, then throw your smoked salmon, your caper, your tomato, and just kind of mix it all in here. Like when you're out on the trail, especially when you're by yourself, but after a long day, like I know you're not that fancy. Just throw it all in the pool, mix it up, but it's going to give you the same overall flavor. Just be able to cook it with your camp stove.
It sounds fancy when you call it deconstructed toast.
Super fancy. But here are our fancy toast options. We have 3 here. Again, raid the pantry and raid the drawer for some interesting packets that you may have. But use these as a great option for your day hike, or a great lunch when you're taking a break on the ridge or by the river. Goes a long way for making toast. But check out other great lunch options, other great snack options on MONTyBOCA.com. We also have other great recipes in our cookbook. If you'd like to check that out, check out mappyhour.org too if you're new to Mappy Hour. Great group of people all over the country trying to go outside and get people excited about hiking and how to read a map and all kinds of things. Thanks to the North Face as well for helping putting these on.